On your mark, get set. Hey, you're listening to the Authentic with Alisha pod. I'm your host. You can call me A for short. This episode is brought to you by nothing. Ads suck, so to keep this pod ad free, you can head over to Patreon where you get double the pods for $5 monthly. Okay, I got a lot to say. Pray for me. I'm going to keep it as concise as possible. But earlier today, I was thinking about life, and I was thinking about life as a race. Rather, Nipsey put it better, a marathon. After all, the marathon continues, right? And then that had me thinking about legacy. What is legacy? It's definitely more than just a lineage, a bloodline, the people you leave behind. It's the decisions you make, the stories that are told about the life you led, the lessons that are taught while you're here to others, or maybe people learn lessons from the life that you lived and they don't do things the same way. Whatever the case is, legacy is the life that lives beyond your days. And that way, it's really beautiful. It can impact the people you love or society at large. But all in all, legacy is something that just extends past when you're here. And for some weird reason, that had me thinking about a quote that I heard on Oprah. Either she said or one of her guests, opportunity is preparedness meets luck. I remember years ago hearing that and hating it, which was strange because back in the day, I used to love me some Oprah. Now, I'm kind of on the fence, but that's another topic for another day. But I remember hearing this quote and being one of the first times that I did not resonate with what she said. I'll talk about that on another episode because I feel like that's an episode in itself. But as time has gone on, I've started to realize the more I know, the less I know, and how true that opportunity is preparedness meets luck rings. It is true when I look back at my life, and if you reflect on yours, that anytime we've had an opportunity, it's been a combo of preparedness and luck. Maybe a few other things too. Expertise, timing. But when you really want to get piffy with it, preparedness and luck. I think the reason why I was tripping on it so much back in the day is because I didn't want to consider myself quote unquote lucky whenever I got an opportunity. But I didn't realize that when she said luck, she meant luck as in chance. To have the chance to, or to be given the chance to. For example, when you have the opportunity to enter a new workspace or field, you're giving the chance by being offered an interview, right? And when you look at it that way, we all have had moments of preparedness meets luck. You do have to prepare for that interview in order to land it, right? And when you just distill these things down to this way, it's so much easier to understand and to not be so quick to push away. This is a good topic for another day, the whole idea of opening your mind to look at things that you once didn't approve and finding a way to find peace with it. But we'll leave that for another day because I feel like that's a complete different episode. But as I was thinking about this, it somehow brought me flashing back to my middle school days. Now, I'm sure if you watch me on YouTube, you'd never guess that I used to be a track and field chick. During my lunch breaks in middle school and early parts of high school, I used to practice tirelessly for the 100-meter dash, hurdles, and relay. I couldn't do anything more than that. Trust me, I was a short fuse, so you get about 10 seconds out of me if you're lucky. But I would practice, and repetition is key. You push yourself off those blocks a certain way, and you give yourself an edge, almost like Sonic the Hedgehog. You want to push past. I'm such a nerd. Okay, but the point I'm trying to make is this all had me thinking about the first 3 sets of words before you even start to race. On your mark, get set, go. I used to hate when my coach would repeatedly do that because I'm just like, why can't you just say 1, 2, 3 or go? Or make a loud sound to let me go or let me know that I should go. Because the thing with sprinting is if you either don't sprint exactly when you say go, you're behind. If you sprint too early, that's a false alarm, you're disqualified. For me, there was so much anxiety in between on your mark and go that sometimes I felt like I psyched myself out. But at the same time, it was like an athlete's high where the anxiety meets the anticipation. You get this adrenaline rush. I don't know. Can't explain it. Haven't experienced it since. Maybe I should start doing relay for the fun of it. I don't know. But the reason why I'm bringing up this phrase today is because I thought about it in relation to the legacy, into opportunity meets preparedness and luck. And as the marathon continues, when you're getting ready for anything in life, you set yourself up in these similar ways. On your mark, You're setting the intention. You're putting your feet on the blocks. You're starting to put your body in the formation that's necessary to get where you're going. This is all figurative or literal, depending where you're at. Get set. You're setting yourself up for success. If you're a runner, you're putting yourself in the mindset of this is going to be the fastest 10 seconds of your life. If you're preparing for a job interview or to travel to a country you've never been before or to enter a new relationship, you're getting yourself into the mindset of what that's going to feel like and what you want out of it. And then go is when you push off of those blocks and you actually go and take the action. I know, I get so prophetic with it, eh? I'm such a dork. But for real, I just thought this was so beautiful, and it came really full circle, because when it comes to opportunities, when it comes to legacy, these are all different parts of the path of our lives. Like, we're going to have many forks in the road where we're going to have to take chances or be given chances in order to have the opportunity to get further, or maybe take a step back and look at the bigger picture and reassess what we want, revision what we want. We also have to continuously set ourselves up and do repetitions of on your mark, get set, go. Because sometimes we want to go too early when the time is not right. And sometimes we're not on the ball. And sometimes we're not mentally, physically, spiritually prepared for what we're running into. And legacy. When we set ourselves up in this life, we're going to leave behind stories that are to be told. People that are, of course, going to miss us. But if we live life well, I don't think there's really a right, but if we live life well, hopefully we impact and leave an impression on the people that help them live life a little lighter than they would have without us. So I could talk on and on about this, because you can clearly tell my mind works from this episode, but we're going to leave that where it is. If you like this episode, you can definitely check out the one I posted on Patreon today. And if not, you can wait until next week, because I'll definitely be back where all podcasts are played for another episode that's sort of like this one. As always, thanks so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, rate and review where all podcasts are played. And until next time, stay blessed, stay authentic.